No matter what you do, we hands up.
I ain't never scared. I'm everywhere. You ain't never there.
1067 Buzz 2. KBZU Little Rock. It's time for the Nathan Brown Show, live from Walk-On Sports Bistro in Conway on 1067 Buzz 2.
Bouncing it outside. There goes Hale, and he's into the end zone. 14 yards in a hurry, just kept.
For the next hour, Coach Brown and Bears broadcaster Justin Acree will recap previous games, highlight outstanding performances, and look ahead at what's next for Central Arkansas football.
McElvain rolling, got to get rid of it. McElvain unleashes it towards the end zone. The ball is tipped in the air. And was it caught? Was it caught? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. The Bears scored.
The Nathan Brown Show is presented by Walk-On Sports Bistro in Conway and broadcasted live at their location at 955.
The 35-30, 25-20. T.D. Williams may go. 10-5. Touchdown, Central Arkansas. No flags. That's how you start. Woo! Bears on the board.
And is also brought to you in part by HD Roofing and Construction, Highland Dairy, Papa John's, Oaklawn Hot Springs, Conway Regional, Moit's RV, Slim Chickens, First Arkansas Bank and Trust, and Nuke's Eatery.
Powell staying at running back, set to the right side of McElvain. He'll get the handoff up the middle, cutting through, still on his feet. 35-30, 25. Everybody on that one.
Now, let's head to Walk-Ons and join Nathan Brown and Justin Acree.
All right, welcome in on a fantastic Labor Day Monday. Appreciate you being with us for the Nathan Brown Show. Justin Acree and the coach. And if you were listening in on Saturday or watching or trying to watch at least on Saturday, Bears on the scoreboard come up a little bit short, 34-31, but we all know in reality there might be a little more to the story. We will spend some time on the controversial ending regarding the game in Jonesboro this weekend, but we will not certainly dwell on it past about halfway through. I know the Bears have already moved on. We're on to Lindenwood. Out, and it continues to sort of unfold over the last couple of days. For those who missed it, the Bears took a lead. You'll hear that Darius Hale touchdown run in a little bit here after a furious comeback by Central Arkansas in the fourth quarter. Very impressive. Bears scored 31 after the halftime break after being shut out in the first two quarters, and all they needed was one more defensive stop, and by most accounts, they got it. It was overruled on review, and in hindsight, we have learned over the last really 24 hours that was the incorrect call, which we all thought was the case at the time, Coach. And I know, again, I just want to sort of set the record straight, and then we'll move on and talk about the other parts of the game. We're going to talk to Dude Person. Ability over the last couple of seasons. But we've heard from your commissioner who talked to the head of officials with the Sun Belt Conference. It was a crew that not only works Sun Belt but SEC games, and we were told that the call on the review, which overturned what was originally ruled an incomplete catch by, again, an outstanding receiver in Corey Rucker, was in fact not a catch, or should not have been, and certainly should not have been overturned on review.
Yeah, and look, you know, I don't want to mince my words here, and obviously, you know, I think I just hurt for our team. You know, when the game comes down to a last. Correct. And by all intents and purposes, I assume they thought it was correct at the time. I mean, I would think nothing else. And so I was at peace with the call. I mean, I had my opinions like all coaches do. But once again, we went through our due process and obviously sent the film, and our conference had sent it in before I even got a hold of it.
Yeah.
So they obviously had an opinion on there as far as the UAC goes. And our head of officials, Matt Young, then obviously circled up with the Sunbelt SEC crew and got with their representatives and I guess reviewed it. And from what we know, blaming as a matter of fact, the officials made the correct call. You know, I mean, like that. Then that was my whole argument the whole time, was that they were on the field, they knew what was going on,
and without hesitation, made the call immediately.
Yeah, it was the field judge made a quick incomplete call, and just wherever the review went to, I don't know if it went to Birmingham or in the stadium or where it went. I'm not exactly sure the order of operation there, but. Obviously, the replay official had another opinion, and that look, that's fine. You just wish and hope that the nature and the reasoning for a replay is to get it without. Thought the longer it went, the better off for the Bears, because I mean, if you're dissecting a play for what was essentially 8 minutes and 36 seconds, we counted of review time. That's a lot of time to try to figure out if it was a catch, and that was the part that was, in the end was like a little bit frustrating.
Yeah. I mean, generally speaking, I try to sort of keep my distance when it comes to issues of this nature, but I can't help but insert myself here and just give a personal opinion. But this is not about opinions. This is about facts. I date a lawyer, Coach, and we have a phrase that we use a lot. Facts matter, okay? This is kept incomplete as it was ruled on the field, and it's an egregious error, and it really is an unfortunate and really inexcusable mistake, because it not only cheated your players who busted their butts to get themselves in position to win a football game, it cheated your coaches had a chance to get to 1-0 in a season where there's some pretty special things potentially on the horizon. But it cheated the fans, and not just the Central Arkansas fans. It cheated the fans of Arkansas State, too, because everybody in that stadium and everybody watching at home and everybody listening to our broadcast deserved to hear that final play from scrimmage from Arkansas State, which would have determined the game. And if they would have scored on the next play, we probably would have seen the exact same play. Got cheated Saturday night, and it is never going to be rectified, and it is so disappointing and unfortunate, and the world deserves better. As a sports fan, we deserve better. And again, I don't even care what the outcome is. If you lose it fair and square, that's fine. We can live with that.
Yeah.
Team's got great things ahead of them, and that's not going to change anything about a conference title or a playoff appearance or you guys doing damage in the postseason. All it changes is the fact that you did not get a fair shake on a call that you deserved, and the officials admit to it now. And again, for the Arkansas State people listening, this is not sour grapes. This is a fact. That's that. So
I'm glad you said it.
Let's talk about the comeback. He's a little bit better in the blocking scheme.
Yeah.
What else happened from the first half to the second half where you went from 0 to 31?
Well, we went in the game and look, game one, there's a lot of unknowns. And look, I would think Coach Jones would say the same thing. I don't think his offense played to their full potential in the first half. You just feeling your way out, and they were doing a good job with their fronts. They were stunting. They were picking our offensive linemen off, and we're big and we're good. I feel like we're really good up there. And it showed in the second half. And they were doing a good job with their schemes. They were putting, making Shunderick and Darius kind of stop their feet, kind of doing some things where they were getting their linebackers loose, bringing their safeties down hard. Technology took over, forced having that headset, communication in the helmet, which is, it cuts off 15 seconds. I mean, you can talk to your quarterback or your linebacker, whoever's got the communication, up till 15 seconds on the play clock. We didn't have that.
Yeah.
I
don't know how long it takes to say throw it to Rucker, but
that's
pretty easy.
That's true.
Yeah.
But we went from a zone scheme to a gap scheme in the second half. For football fans, there's a little difference in those two. We started pulling offensive linemen as opposed to just zone blocking. You saw several times motioning in. We'd motion our receiver in so that he could get an angle on the safeties who were coming to make the plays. As a matter of fact, on Shunderek's 81-yard run, he'd be the first to tell you, the first person I was celebrating with, I wasn't right by him, and the corner had no time to make the play because they couldn't pass it off in time. So there were some things like that. I thought Coach Collins did a good job of pushing it down the field a little more in the second half as well. I thought Will got a little more comfortable as the game went on. They were long. They have some speed. Obviously, they I thought our offensive line got them tired. Didn't have near the pass rush they had in the first half. So we came out and honestly, it's easy to say it's all part of the game, but we just didn't do enough there in the first half to give ourselves a chance in the fourth quarter.
Sorry, we had a little issue there. All right, well, there's a lot to get to tonight. Again, we talked about person going around those spots through the rest of the season, and that's in addition to having a great back in Darius Hill. It's a great compliment to him. It was really a Hoxie heyday this weekend, Coach, and let's start there. And I can't wait to talk to Shundee about his time with Jake Benesh in practice, because back in high school, that couldn't have been a lot of fun running around him. Jake was a prolific tackler in school. When I look back at his numbers, over 300 tackles in his career. And he had a remarkable night the other night, Coach. Had 14 tackles. And then again, you get Shunderek with 226 yards of total offense. They're from that neck of the woods, and it had to be awfully fun to see them show out.
Well, Benesh was a question mark. I mean, you lose Golday, Demetrius Saturday night. Matter of fact, Coach Stacks came off the field and just said, man, that dude left it out there. And, for any middle linebacker to have 14 tackles, he was all over the field, especially with the speed we were facing, because Arkansas State's got elite speed on their offense, including their quarterback. Man, he just was all over the field. And so what a blessing for those two young men, not just Shundee, but Benesh as well, to both go really to the northeast part of the state and be able to perform in front of their family, friends, coaches. That's a neat opportunity for in-state kids to be able to do that.
It's also tip our cap to David Walker, another in-state product. And there were a lot of guys, 80-plus guys playing in this game from the state of Arkansas, the majority from your team. David Walker from Stuttgart, 2.5 sacks. He's number one in the Coming up on the other side, one of these two gentlemen is going to join us. We'll see who won the coin toss. Looks like
Dude person, baby.
That's good.
Wait, with Shunderek. Shunderek's going to go first.
Okay, well, he doesn't lose too many races, Coach, so we'll let him go first. Anyway, we'll talk to Shundee on the other side. We'll take a quick break. We're back here at Walk-Ons in Conway. Stay with us. The Nathan Brown Show continues after this.
When you're looking for wholesome, craveable meals for you and your family, Nuke's Eatery in Conway has the best in fresh salads, flavorful pizzas, hot toasted sandwiches, and delicious sweet treats. Nuke's Rewards today for exclusive offers and earn points for free food. Nuke's, the best comfort food with a southern twist. In Conway at 1040 South Amity Road. Order today in the Nuke's Eatery app or at nukes.com.
What's your oak lawn? Maybe it's lounging under a cabana at our sparkling pool, or unwinding with a massage at the luxurious Astral Spa. It could be dining in elegance, then hitting the casino for fun and high fives. And while you're here, you could explore thermal spas, dining and shopping on Bathhouse Row in Hot Springs National Park, just steps away from the resort. Discover your oak lawn. Make reservations today at oaklawn.com.
Offering free inspections, insurance claims assistance, a huge product selection, and the highest standards in Arkansas. Whether it's minor repairs or a full roof replacement for your commercial or residential property, they'll provide you with quality materials, craftsmanship, warranties, and cost-effective solutions. Call today, 501-428-0429, or get a quote at hdarkansas.com. HD Roofing, proud to be the official roofing partner of UCA Athletics.
1 minute left in the break, boss. 1 minute. You're choosing more than exceptional care. You're choosing a healthcare provider deeply rooted in your community, where our doctors and staff are your neighbors and friends. With 9 care journey with us as your dedicated partner. Schedule your appointment today and let our family care for yours.
At Papa John's, we start with better. No, seriously, every original crust pizza starts with our signature dough that's always fresh, never frozen, hand-tossed, and made with 6 simple ingredients. And now our dough can save you dough when you order from the Papa Pairings menu. Pair a medium one-topping pizza with one or more of your Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. How about that for better? Order now on the app, only at Papa John's.
Seven. Now back to the Nathan Brown Show, presented by Walk-On's Sports Bistro and Company, 55 South Amity Road on the Buzz Radio Network.
Front of the middle, Derek Powell. There he goes. 25, 30, 35 to the house. He's got one man to beat. 30, 20, 10, touchdown to Derek Powell. How about 81 yards in a hurry? Oh my goodness, let's go. Derek Powell. Boom. So 2nd and 10 for the Bears now. They're going to hand it off up the middle. Some running room. Of the Red Wolves. Oh, that one opened up big time, and Derek Powell knew what to do. Slips an ankle tackle to the house. All right, welcome back to the Nathan Brown Show here at Walk-Ons in Conway. Just a note to defenders, you should probably wrap up Derek Powell if you plan on bringing him down. The ankle thing ain't going to work. The Hoxie native joining us here tonight. Congratulations on a great performance. I'm sorry you guys came up a little bit shorter. At least that's the way the history books will hold it, Derek. But a remarkable second-half effort, and you had some pretty good moments that we're kind of used to seeing over the last couple of years.
Yeah. We had a great time.
So give me your thoughts on halftime and the adjustment.
And coming in that next half, they kept getting in 4-1 box and we went wide, and we just said we're gonna run the ball, run the hip. We ran it down their throat, and they couldn't do nothing about it.
They could not do anything about it. I want to ask you about something. I saw this first time at North Dakota State last year, and then we saw it again on Saturday. You sometimes will look back at defenders while you're running forwards, and it's kind of interesting. And I can't help but wonder what you're thinking while you're running away, and they're not going to catch you. I'm just curious why you're looking backwards and also what's going through your mind.
When I look backwards, I try to see if I can just go ahead and slow down. Because they're not.
You guys can't dwell on it. You don't want it, obviously, to affect your play the rest of the week and moving into this weekend against a Lindenwood team that I'm sure is looking forward to springing the upset again like they did 2 years ago. I mean, it wasn't, we were all still a little shocked. That was one of the wilder games. We'll talk about that later. But how does this team sort of hit the reset button and feel good about yourselves? Because there were so many good things that happened in this game. And unfortunately, the scoreboard, you didn't end up with a win, but there are a lot of things to build on here.
Man, we just gonna take it on the chin, man. We played our best. We did the best we could, and the game just went in our hands. I think we played a great game. I think we won that game actually, but we just.
Yeah, but you kept sucking it up and toughing it out, making the best of it.
Yeah.
How'd you feel coming out of the game the other night?
Man, I was great. I was best shape of my life. Like I said, I'm not even sore, no nothing. I think Coach Gannell's doing a great job with me and Darius.
What'd you learn from last year to this year as far as getting your body right and trying to be able to? Because again, it is a grind week to week, and we get to week 7, 8, 9. It's gonna be a little different deal. But what have you learned through your career about being durable? Because they always say that the greatest ability is availability, right?
Taking care of my ankles. I gotta take care of my ankles.
Okay.
If you don't have your feet, man, you can't do nothing.
What's that process like?
Stretching your ankles every day, man. Icing them, just stretching.
Jake had the game of his career so far. Hopefully he can outdo himself in games to come, but he played remarkably well. Tell me about growing up with him and then, seeing him in practice when you guys were in high school together. Just curious about your thoughts on Jake and what he's capable of.
Jace, man, he was a little knucklehead. Jace was, man, as a sophomore, he was so little, man, and he would just knock the stuff out of people,
the heck out of you.
And I told him, man, I said, man, you can get really big because like his frame was just so wide and big, and I just told him, man, you can get. Coach Sears didn't play that. He wanted to keep everybody safe. And like I said, Jace was just I love that kid, man.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be an All-American.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Well, I was telling Coach, Jace had so many tackles, like 318, I think, in his high school career. I mean, was he just a machine in high school?
Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a machine.
Just getting it done?
Yes, getting it done. Tackling machine, like I said, man, he was really little, man. I wish I could just see him as a sophomore, man. He was so little, man. Just told him, man, you can get big and get very strong. You can be an All-American.
What was the Hoxie contingent on Saturday? How many folks from the hometown you think came over to the game?
Man, my whole hometown. Austin, man, I appreciate those guys. I really love those guys.
Yeah.
Man.
So I want to ask you about opportunities and what brought you back. I mean, Coach and I have talked about this a little bit. You and a number of other guys had opportunities. I'm sure there were plenty of calls coming in to take care of you guys at another level, maybe, or at a different school. You've obviously got a son to worry about now too. What kept you here? What kept you back for your senior year?
Man, I trust the process. I don't let the money or anything. I just put everything in God's hand, man. Let him handle the whole situation. So the money, the bribing, that don't get me. I trust the process.
I like that.
Yes,
he's got good parents too.
Yes,
and that helps.
Yes,
They've kept a level head on his shoulders, and it's a joy to coach guys like this because of that. He's been raised right, and he's dead on. I mean, he loves football, and he knows here he's going to have an opportunity to get where he wants to get. There's no question about it.
Where do you want to get?
Whoever pays me most money.
Do you have NFL aspirations?
Not really. No, not really.
Yeah.
I'd say not really.
What do you see after this year for you?
If I get a chance, I'm gonna go to the next level. If I don't, man, I'm just looking back to the coach.
Yeah.
Try to help somebody else.
You want to coach? Okay.
Try to help somebody else get to that dream, man.
Yeah. Last year, the running back room was a little bit more crowded. Kylan's obviously moved on. You and Darius, we saw kind of what you guys are capable of the other night. He scores that last touchdown, and he had some good carries outside of that. Obviously, you do what you do, but what have you seen from him in the offseason as far as getting ready for his last year?
Like I said, Darius is a freak of nature. Like I said, man, a guy that big, move that fast. Darius has grown tremendously this offseason. He's looked way better than he did last year, and Darius keep doing the thing that he does. He's gonna be an All-American.
Yeah, you excited about this week?
Yes, sir.
You ready to get back out there?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Well, good luck this week, Derek. I appreciate you coming on, and congrats on a great performance. Thought the league might have, tipped their cap to you too. We'll call you a co-offensive player of the week. I thought you deserved it, but you did really well. Looking forward to some more of that this week.
Yes, awesome. Sir. Appreciate it.
All right, very good. So Derek Powell, great stuff there. We'll take a break. We'll come back and talk to the man with that name, and he's a pretty good baller too. Dude Person will join us on the other side. Stick around. The Nathan Brown Show here at Walk-Ons at Conway continues after this on Buzz 2 106.7.
At Papa John's, we
2.5 minutes on the break, boss. 2.5.
No, seriously. Every original crust pizza starts with our signature dough that's always fresh, never frozen, hand-tossed, and made with 6 simple ingredients. And now our dough can save you dough when you order from the Papa Pairings menu. Pair a medium one-topping pizza with one or more of your Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. How about that for better? Order now on the app, only at Papa John's.
Family owned and operated since 1976, Moix RV represents the finest recreational vehicle manufacturers at clear see-through prices. This means no prep fees, no additional freight, free battery, free propane, and comprehensive free training on your new camper. And Moix RV is home to Camp Moix, a free camping club organizing events throughout the year. All of these things show Moix's commitment to being a customer service company that happens to sell RVs. 1213 Collier Drive in Conway, and let us show you true value.
First Arkansas Bank and Trust is proud to be the newest partner with UCA Athletics. They expanded into Conway in 2018 and are fully committed to serving all of Conway and the surrounding Faulkner County area, offering full-service banking and loan products, mobile and online options, as well as their Cube interactive teller machines, providing extended banking hours for your convenience. Go see Donnie Bradley and the rest of the First Arkansas Bank and Trust team at 804 Hogan Lane. Go Bears! Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
1 minute left
If
in the
you've
break.
ever
1
stood
minute.
overlooking a bluff on Pettigene, floated the Buffalo, taken a leisurely drive through miles of Delta farmland, or even witnessed a brilliant sunset from your own backyard, you know Arkansas is full of beauty. Naturally, that leaves no room for trash. Get litter out of the picture and keep Arkansas in its natural state, clean and green. Visit keeparkansasbeautiful.com to learn more. A message from this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission.
Last spot in the break.
Slim's
30
Tender
seconds.
Mac Bowls are back. We start with a 3-cheese blend to make our delicious mac and top it with chopped hand-breaded tenders and Colby Jack cheese. Try the Tender Mac Bowl meal or the Buffalo Tender Mac Bowl meal, both served with Texas toast and a medium drink. The mac is back and oh so tasty. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
You're listening to The Nathan Brown Show, presented by Walk-On's Sports Bistro in Conway, where everything is made from scratch, bringing Cajun cuisine to life. Now, back to Coach Brown and Justin on the Buzz Radio Network.
Big third down here. This could be the ball game. Rayner under pressure. Ball is out. The ball is out. The Bears have got it. The Bears recovered it.
David
At the 35-yard line. Oh, my goodness. The Bears forced the turnover.
Moving on the field, it's fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Central Arkansas.
Holy cow. We talked about a big play. We talked about a turnover. And the Bears have made the play. Well, they got that one right. Welcome back to the Nathan Brown Show here at Walk-Ons in Conway. Rolling on the field stands. David Walker creating havoc. I failed to mention, Coach, in the 2.5 sack conversation, also forced a fumble.
Yeah.
That's what All-Americans do. You mentioned after the game, that All-American played up to his standard, and there's no telling what it's going to look like this year for him.
Well, here's the great part. There was several scouts in the audience, which bodes well for a lot of our frontline players, obviously for Arkansas State as well. Senior Bowl had a representative there as well, and obviously David probably made himself even more money on Saturday night. Not that he wasn't there already, but he's just, man, he comes up in the biggest moments, and he's got to continue to do that for us.
Well, the guy that's with us now came up pretty big this week as well. Dude Person, who most of you or many of you may have heard of because of his name, but he picked up a tackle for loss, second leading tackler behind Jace Benesh with 13 in the game. So who says D-backs don't tackle? Dude, congrats on a big game. And, again, I'm sorry the way things worked out for you guys this weekend. You know, basically one play away or one ruling away, but it was a heck of an effort by your team to come back in this one. You guys played a lot of snaps. We haven't talked about this. I think they ran 90 plays, and our guys ran about 63 maybe. Yeah. Were y'all tired at the end? How'd you feel towards the end of the game?
I was a little tired.
Yeah, it's understandable. That environment, in-state game, again, I realize you're from Mississippi, but, I mean, you understand the ramifications of playing Arkansas State and how important that game is, even though it's a non-conference game. How do you feel like your team, you know, sort of stood up to it and prepared and performed?
I feel like, you know, we came out, you know, all phases of the ball, we came out a little sluggish, but other than that, like the second half, you know, we turned it on, and then, you know, the outcome is not what we wanted, but, you know, I feel like overall we played good.
Yeah, we haven't talked about this yet, but I thought one of the big keys to the game, and I think it's pretty obvious when you look at the scoreboard, they moved the ball pretty easily down the field the first couple of drives, but you held them to a field goal both times.
Yeah.
You guys really bowed up. I thought that was impressive. What did tell me about your red zone defense and sort of holding them out late in those drives?
Like Coach Stats was like, if they get in the red zone, we just, don't let them score a touchdown. At least like make a turnover, at least give up 3 at the end of the day.
We talk about the D line comparatively to, or I guess in relation to a running quarterback a lot with Rayner. What kind of stress does that put on you guys, especially if you're a man? Like, what kind of pressure does a running quarterback like Rayner create for you guys?
Really, like if we, we covering and then he just scramble out. We gotta leave our man to make the play. Other than that, but I feel like defensively, we stopped them a couple times. But I mean, Arkansas State, they quarterback is really good. He was gonna make plays. At the end of the day, we just had to stop him.
Yeah. My co-host and my co-host played high-level college football and then played in the NFL as well. And we talk about guys and dudes. You're obviously a dude, but they got a couple of dudes now. Rucker and Jackson are pretty good receivers. How would you rate them comparatively to guys you played before?
I feel like they pretty good, but
You like
give a little credit,
but there's a lot of they get a lot of hype. I mean, do you like
sir.
playing guys like that who
Yes,
have
sir.
a pretty big reputation?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So did you get some man-to-man? Did you get some opportunities there?
Oh, yes, sir. I was going really the slot the most.
Yeah.
Jackson, and I guarded Corey Rucker a little bit.
Yeah. So when the ruling came out, how hard was it to? I mean, you guys had to go. I guess the drive was over, so there wasn't much else to do. But you probably not been through anything like that before. What was that like?
I know it was wild. I was like, nah, he didn't catch that. But then, at the end of the day,
it's what it is, huh?
It is what it is.
How quickly can you guys, or did you let that go? I mean, do we hit the reset button when you got home, or when you guys sort of start trying to put it behind you?
I mean, after the game, it was still there because I was like, dang, we won that game, or ain't no way they did us like that. But I mean, really Sunday,
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, we got to move on.
Yeah,
we got Lindenwood this week. So,
that's exactly right. Good point. Okay, so let's talk about your name for a minute. There are these guys that will put out like the all-name team for college football. And when you were coming to campus, it was like, dude, person. We're like, this is going to be great. Let's get this guy on campus. Can't wait to see this guy. So I see dude. I'm on the. You look on the UCA sports website, dude. Then I went back and I went to your JUCO day, and I see Rontavious, and I said, okay. So where did we go from Rontavious to dude? How'd you get the nickname? Where'd that come from?
It was my uncle. Like when I was first born, like my mom was like they used to call me like Tay, like Rontavious.
Yeah.
So they was like Tay, and then my uncle was like, no, don't call him Tay. Like call him dude, because he's gonna be a dude.
You are a dude. Ain't no doubt. So my girlfriend's like, you got to find out what's his middle name.
O'Neal.
Okay, where's that one go? What's that from? Well, I did not have that on my bingo card.
Dude O'Neal person. I like it.
All right.
I didn't know that.
What's the O'Neal?
My dad name is Ronnie O'Neal person. So
okay.
I just took O'Neal.
Okay, I like it. That's good. Have you guys started looking at Lindenwood yet?
Yes, sir. We watched some film today.
Okay.
I feel
like
they, they all right. We if we just, take it one day at a time, prove, execute our game plan, for Lindenwood, we come out for the win.
Are there any concerns from you about this last game beating you guys twice? I mean, can you clear your head, move on? Already focused on the next one?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right. I want to ask you this, Coach, while Dude is with us. I think about stated goals, and we haven't talked about it, you and I, before the season, but was an undefeated season, is that a stated goal? Is that something you guys talk about?
We don't talk about an undefeated season. I mean, I think we talk about winning every week, and if that, obviously if you win every week, you're undefeated, but we felt like looking at the schedule preseason, we felt like we had a shot every week, and obviously we proved that this past weekend, and it didn't come up our way. So we talked about on Sunday night, just at this point, it's taken it almost like a playoff. This is a must win, but we've got high expectations, and it's a must-win. And so I think our guys went out Sunday night. You'd agree with me, dude, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we went out there and got to work, and I was so pleased with the way they handled themselves Sunday night during the team meeting and position meetings, and then obviously going out and practicing. they handle themselves like a mature football team, and that's a testament to these two guys and a bunch of others that left it all out there on the field on Saturday night and didn't get paid or rewarded for it.
Conference championship, is that a stated goal?
Oh, that's a definite stated goal.
Playoff appearance, that's a stated goal?
Stated goal. Definitely. Stated goal.
Are those still available to you guys?
Oh,
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, then I guess it all starts this week, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
Good luck this week.
Thank you.
All right, due person. That's good. Good stuff, man. I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. It only took us 2 seasons to get to the bottom of the name thing, Coach.
Well, I'll tell you, dude is one of those guys. He's got rare speed and cover ability. Like, he obviously second leading tackler, but man, you put him in coverage, he's special, and he is a legit. Shanderek's fast. I would say dude is.
Well, I just saw an eyebrow raise.
He's
like, watch it.
Dude's one of them guys that might. Shanderek's shaking his head. Dude can run. He's a legit 4.4.
Okay.
And that's what separates him from a lot of people, because we put him at that high safety and he can run the alley and really get after it.
Got a couple other defenders we need to tip our cap to, Coach. A couple of guys who had to step up. Did not have Demetrius Charles, your all-conference linebacker, and the guy that stepped up behind him did a great job. Yes. He had a couple other defensive backs that stepped up big time, too, in the fourth quarter when you had T-Bird out dealing with some cramps. We'll talk about that coming up, and we will certainly get around to Lindenwood. We've got our 2-minute drill. Plenty more ahead, and there may be some Cajun Diaz on the horizon, too, Coach.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Let's get it. Nathan Brown Show continues after this on Buzz 21067.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
What's your oak lawn? Maybe it's lounging under a cabana at our sparkling pool, or unwinding with a massage at the luxurious Astral Spa. It could be dining in elegance, then hitting the casino for fun and high fives. And while you're here, you could explore thermal spas, dining and shopping on Bathhouse Row in Hot Springs National Park, just steps away from the resort. Discover your oak lawn. Make reservations today at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Family owned and operated since 1976, Moix RV represents the finest recreational vehicle manufacturers at clear see-through prices. This means no prep fees, no additional freight, free battery, free propane, and comprehensive free training on your new camper. And Moix RV is home to Camp Moix, a free camping club organizing events throughout the year. All of these things show Moix's commitment to being a customer service company that happens to sell RVs. 1213 Collier Drive in Conway, and let us show you true value.
1 minute left on the break, boss. 1 minute.
You're choosing more than exceptional care. You're choosing a healthcare provider deeply rooted in your community, where our doctors and staff are your neighbors and friends. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Take control of your healthcare journey with us as your dedicated partner. Schedule your appointment today and let our family care for yours.
When you're looking for wholesome, craveable meals for you and your family, Nuke's Eatery in Conway has the best in fresh salads, flavorful pizzas, hot toasted sandwiches, and delicious sweet treats. Nuke's has 99-cent kids meals every day after 4 p.m. with the purchase of adult entree, plus Nuke's caters for all occasions. Sign up for Nuke's Rewards today for exclusive offers and earn points for free food. Nuke's, the best comfort food with a southern twist. In Conway at 1040 South Amity Road. Order today in the Nuke's Eatery app or at nukes.com.
Go purple, go gray, go UCA. You're listening to the Nathan Brown Show on the Buzz Radio Network, coming to you live from Walk-On Sports Bistro in Conway. A great place to take the family or catch the game. Now, back to Coach Brown and Justin.
Rayner with cross set to his left and the ball in the right hand. He'll throw here on 4th down. Over the middle, it's caught. Jackson got drilled. It was intercepted. Intercepted and on his feet. And there's that man again, Chris. Dalen Land off the deflection, able to get the interception. So the Bears not only get a stop, they get a turnover by the Red Wolves. Holy cow, what a collision at midfield. All right, welcome back to the Nathan Brown Show here at Walk-Ons in Conway. And let me tell you, the Cajun Diaz are for real. And also, sidebar, Coach, I don't know if you ever watched Seinfeld, but there was an episode where they suspected that Kramer was going over and eating at the Kenny Rogers chicken joint.
Oh, yeah.
And then he busted Newman in there. And he said, Newman, you wouldn't eat broccoli if it was deep fried in chocolate sauce.
I've heard it.
This broccoli is not deep fried in chocolate sauce, but it is absolutely fantastic.
It's deep fried in garlic sauce.
It's definitely, there's lots of butter and garlic. All right, Coach, Dalen Land, Bryant, Arkansas. Those guys just keep flashing. What a performance. And not a guy we expected to see much of. Again, no Demetrius Charles available. He'll be missing this week as well. Get him back for the first conference game against Austin Peay in a couple of weeks. But what a big-time step up, I thought, by Land. The interception, had a double-digit tackle day. How would you evaluate his performance? That was a pretty big moment for him.
Well, I thought Dalen had a great game. I mean, we'd seen him in 2 scrimmages really perform, and he's a gamer. You could tell when the ball is live and snapped, he goes and makes the play. We were told that by all of his high school coaches. He obviously had a really good career at Morehouse College before him transferring to us this summer. But he's been great. I mean, to be able to get an in-state linebacker like that back who had a successful career at a lower level is a big deal. I thought Davion Mayo had a good night as well, transferred from Bowling Green at linebacker. And then Ashton Williams stepped up and made some plays, the redshirt freshman from Robinson High School there in Little Rock. So, other than we talked about Benesh earlier, but those 4 guys played really well. And then once you're able to get Demetrius back, DC back, I mean, you're putting a pretty good room together there of playmakers that can go get the ball carrier down.
A couple other guys that flashed for me. Mark Dorsey made a couple of nice plays, and you already mentioned him, I think, in the post game. But Jacoby McQuiller, he was all over the field, Coach. That guy was making plays, and again, these are guys we're still just kind of getting to know a little bit from our perspective. How surprised were you that they were in the mix here?
Well, that's 2 Mississippi Junior College kids there that we signed in December. Mark Dorsey's an elite athlete, very fast, long, and a matter of fact, two fade balls in a row early in the game, he defended them both to perfection. I mean, Coach Cree does a great job with our corners. He gets them ready to go and prepared. We've been saying since spring ball that Jacoby McQuiller is going to be a special player, and we've got to find a way to get him and T-Bird on the field at the same time. I think he's that good a player. He played the whole second half because T-Bird was down with cramps. That's one of the best players in the country that we didn't have available in the second half because of being shelved up with a cramp. But McQuiller stepped up, and he's special. I thought L.J. Hewitt had a great night. I mean, look, L.J.'s a 6'3" corner. He can run with anybody. Very impressed with his night. Man, those guys played their tails off, especially against a unit like Arkansas State has in their wide receiver room. Where did
the Missouri pipeline come from? Because obviously you got a center that you feel really good about that you got from Missouri as well. How'd that come about?
Well, it's just luck of the draw. I mean, look, L.J. Hewitt hit the transfer portal. Coach Ryan Howard actually was at Missouri for 2 years and had knowledge of Dylan and L.J. And we were able to kind of use his knowledge on tracking them down. Obviously, Dylan, we know his story. He was best friends with Justin Larry, so that was a pretty easy marriage there. But with LJ, we just got on him, and he wanted an opportunity to be a starter and have a chance to play a lot of snaps, and he wasn't getting that opportunity. And he actually transferred and played last year at Mississippi Gulf Coast. And so we've got a ton of connections down there with those guys down at that school. So yeah, I mean, it's just kind of luck of the draw, to be honest with you. But look, that's 2 SEC caliber players that are in our program now that are going to continue to play a big role and as starters, and obviously have a chance to be all conference type players for us, we believe.
Coach, we've been doing this show a long time. This is your 7th year at Central Arkansas as the head coach.
Yes, sir.
I don't think we've ever gone 43 minutes into a game and not talked about the quarterback. But it was one of those nights. Yeah. So here we are. But let's talk about Will McElvain. And had 168 yards passing. Quiet night for him, but no interceptions, 1 touchdown. Made a couple of plays with his feet. They gave up 2 sacks, but he ran himself, I thought, out of a couple of troublesome spots too. And 118 of those 168 came after the half. Now, he did have some yards stolen away from Shundee as well. By the way, brilliant pass. I should have brought that up. It was set up the final touchdown. We didn't give him credit for that. We'll play that clip a little bit, but give me your thoughts on Will and his performance against that Arkansas State defense, which, again, a lot of unknowns, Coach. I think we all would agree they did a pretty good job putting some pieces together defensively as well.
I thought Will operated. I think he started a little slow, and he'd be the first to tell you that. But man, he operated. He got the ball where it needed to go. I thought he did a great job with his feet, to be honest with you. And he's gonna have to do that more. And that'll be the fastest defense we play all year. Some of those runs he made where there was a run on a 3rd and long that he got, I think, 18 yards. that could be a touchdown against some teams we play. So Will's good. I thought his approach at halftime allowed us to have second half success. He was poised. He was he got with the offense. He was with the offensive line talking about checks. He grabbed the wide receivers, talked about what they were seeing. Just a very poised halftime approach, and that's just called maturity and leadership. And I thought he came out in the second half and gave us a chance to win the game. And it made some big throws and some big opportune moments. And look, Will's going to throw for 300 yards a lot this year in games. And in the second half, we were able to get the run game going, and that was what we kind of rode throughout the end of the game. But look, when the time came, I thought he had some third down completions that he needed. Had got the ball out of his hands fast. To protect our offensive line and take advantage of what the defense was giving us. Very impressed with his performance.
And then Malachi Henry, Coach, you knew he was going to be a contributor. Van Buren product, dynamic player in high school. Went back and looked at his senior year, too. Had a touchdown on a kick return, one on an interception return. He only played in 8 games and had 53 catches for 821 yards and 12 touchdowns. Leading receiver, made the big catch late off of the running back pass to set you guys up. And then a couple other guys, and you mentioned them already, but you get the Oklahoma transfer and a couple other guys. Arlie Lee had a catch. Yep. I mean, a lot of the new faces at receiver, you were looking for guys to make plays. We knew about Cam Robinson, but you had a lot of guys there that obviously can make plays for your receiver.
Yeah, TB made a big touchdown catch. He made 2 guys miss. That was a big play. I think Trajan Bridges is going to have a ton of catches. Probably starting this week. I think he's still learning our offense. He got here late in the summer, and so he's still learning our offense. He's trying to figure out how to get it lined up, all those things. But man, he's got some elite ability. Did a great job on punt returns all night. He's securing the catch. Only had one chance. Didn't really shake loose on one, but fair caught the rest of them. Probably played 50-something snaps. I mean, it was hot, man, and he didn't blink, and that was what was so impressive. He's going to have some opportunities, some one-on-one opportunities this week. We're going to make sure we get him the ball early and get him engaged so that he can make the most of it.
Yeah, you've had some really good punt returners, and you could just tell the guys. And the guys are the ones that make it look like there is no stress
catching the ball.
Like there's no worries.
No, and the bullets are flying. That's as hard a thing to do in football is be a punt returner. And obviously Arkansas State has an elite one, and we knew that. And then we did a good job getting him down. I mean, we let that guy get in the end zone a time or two, and we're in trouble. But Trajan's got a chance to be really special back there.
We'll talk a little more about special teams, and we'll turn the page to Lindenwood and start talking about the Lions. They had a really tough task in week 1 playing on a Thursday, so they got a couple extra days of preparation taking on the top 25 Kansas Jayhawks, which is a phrase that I still have a hard time letting escape my lips, but that's the world of college football. Kansas is good again, baby. We'll take a break. It is 7:47. We are at Walk-Ons in Conway. It's the Nathan Brown Show. We'll continue after this on Buzz 2 106.7. Stay with us.
Slim's Tender Mac Bowls are back. We start with a 3-cheese blend to make our delicious mac and top it with chopped hand-breaded tenders and Colby Jack cheese. Try the Tender Mac Bowl meal or the Buffalo Tender Mac Bowl meal, both served with Texas toast and a medium drink. The Mac is back and oh so tasty. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
HD Roofing and Construction, proud to be Central Arkansas owned and operated, offering free inspections, insurance claims assistance, a huge product selection and the highest standards in Arkansas. Whether it's minor repairs or a full roof replacement for your commercial or residential property, they'll provide you with quality materials, craftsmanship, warranties, and cost-effective solutions. Call today, 501-428-0429, or get a quote at hdarkansas.com. HD Roofing, proud to be the official roofing partner of UCA Athletics.
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
1 minute left in the
First
break.
Arkansas
1
Bank
minute.
and Trust is proud to be the newest partner with UCA Athletics. They expanded into Conway in 2018 and are fully committed to serving all of Conway and the surrounding Faulkner County area, offering full-service banking and loan products, mobile and online options, as well as their Cube interactive teller machines, providing extended banking hours for your convenience. Go see Donnie Bradley and the rest of the First Arkansas Bank and Trust team at 804 Hogan Lane. Go Bears! Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Arkansas is known for its beauty. Rolling hills,
Last spot of the
scenic
break,
fields and
30
valleys,
seconds.
and beautiful rivers run through our state. We want to keep Arkansas beautiful, but we need your help. Do your part by not littering and by keeping your community clean. Register for a local cleanup or become a litter grabber to fight litter at your own pace. Your community needs you. Join us in keeping Arkansas beautiful. Visit keeparkansasbeautiful.com to learn more. This message brought to you by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission.
We're talking Bear football tonight on the Nathan Brown Show, presented by Walk-On Sports Bistro in Conway and broadcasting live from their location at 955 South Amity Road.
It's a pass for Powell. He's got him at the 5. Holy cow! They tricked him. They handed it off to Derek Powell, and he makes the completion at the 5-yard line, running wide open. Holy cow! He finds Malachi Henry. What a play call!
It was a duck.
And he had a man in his face, and he drops it in the bucket to Malachi Henry with 58 seconds remaining. They do know they're going to score after all. Hale. Left side, up the middle, touchdown! Central Arkansas has taken the lead with 55 seconds. A 4-yard touchdown for Darius Hale after the Shederick pass to Malachi Henry for 29 yards. And for the first time tonight, the guys in purple are in front. All right, welcome back. Final segment here on the Nathan Brown Show this evening. Bears headed to St. Charles, Missouri, which is basically northwest St. Louis. Let's not get fancy about it. So it should be a fun one against Lindenwood, a little payback, baby, coach, from 2 years ago. Looking for that. I know you guys probably aren't thinking about that right now. By the way, Shederick, I don't know if you heard that or not. He's over there chatting, but Chris Kane called that a duck. I thought it was a beautiful throw.
Did you hear that, Shederick?
Right in the bucket. Chris Kane called your throw a duck. What do you think of that? I thought your throw was on the money, baby.
It was accurate.
Hey, it doesn't have to be – I don't care if you threw it end over end. As long as it gets there, it doesn't matter. I thought that was a heck of a toss. That was a pretty gutsy call. You guys have made more hay with the running back pass than probably any team in America. That's not an exaggeration.
You couldn't sense it when I called the timeout?
I had no idea.
We had a different play called, and
there were dudes in his grill too. It was a heck of a throw. It wasn't like it was easy.
We had another play called. I got on the headset and I kind of whispered to Coach Collins. I said, "What do you think about this?" And he's like, "Call the timeout." I'm like, "I'm in." So I called the timeout, and so we kind of conversed back and forth. And I just thought it was a good opportune time because you knew their safeties and they were going to be keen on the run. They were thinking they're going to settle for a field goal, tie it, try to get to overtime. Stick the ball in Shederick's gut. You know what he's done to this point, so everybody's going to flock up. And I thought Malachi did a good job on a push crack and go is basically what it is. He was pushing into the safety, stuttered off of him and broke it to the corner. And really, to be honest with you, it's even more amazing when you watch it on film that Shederick was able to get that pass off. I mean, he was throwing off his back foot, almost fade away. And, I thought it was a great job by Malachi securing the catch because it was bang, bang on the sideline. He got 3 feet in, but it could have been easy for him to not know where he's at, not get the completion on that play.
We got 2-minute drill coming up too, but real quick, overview on special teams. How about Gaster coming up big? That field goal got you on the board. That sort of broke the ice, and it really did feel – you could feel some pressure come out of the stadium a little bit for your team after you got some points on the board. Perfect on extra points. And we had a couple execution issues in the kicking game early in the year last year. It was nice to see it handled clean.
It was huge, and we have full trust in Jake. He's a great kicker. I think he's an all-conference caliber kicker. I thought the snap, the hold were great by Kyle and Jake Ward. And really the execution all night on that. The protection was good. I thought we held up. They were double teaming our inside guys, trying to get them knocked back. We did a good job inside. I thought Trace Beard punted well. As a matter of fact, time or two he out kicked his coverage.
Yeah.
that was a special returner. We knew that going in. We knew they had a special punt returner and kick returner. And we let them get out on us a time or two, but we got them down. Played the next play. We talked about that. Make them play the next play, and that's what we did. And I was proud of special teams play.
Yeah, 45.2 yards for the new punter from East Central Mississippi Community College, Trace Beard. And, we talked about your backup on that role, and you really like him too. So the future bright at punter. Kick returner, you got some dangerous guys too, Coach. And Manny Smith, a little bit of great and a little bit of –
Manny's fine. Manny will be fine. Manny will be fine. We look, that's – I think he probably caught 100 kickoffs last night at practice. I mean, he's elite, and he's, to be 100% honest with you, he's got to be our kickoff returner because special things can happen when he gets the ball in his hands, and we've got to get him more involved on offense, and we will. But man, when he catches it, something good's going to usually happen. And that I'll tell you this, Arkansas State's kicker kicked about as high as I've ever seen anybody kick it. I mean, he was kicking at NFL height. Obviously, wasn't getting the distance. I mean, it was hitting the 10-yard line, 8-yard line consistently, but it was letting their guys get down there because it was so high. And so, Manny's he's a workhorse, and he's going to get better at it. And with more experience, he's going to get more natural at it. But we've got to keep him back there.
Yeah, the first one he bobbled, it looked like maybe he was trying to run before he secured it. I'm not sure what happened.
Manny knows one speed. Manny knows one speed, and that's fast. Yeah. And so he's got to relax, and he'll get better.
He is electrifying when he gets it in his hands. And for those who missed it, he had a 48-yarder, I think it was.
He's really what got us going in the second half.
Yeah,
I mean, that was the opening kickoff. And so everybody on the sidelines like, okay, we could do this, you know. And, I credit Manny to that, and obviously good blocking by our kickoff return unit, but proud of the way he handled himself.
All right, we got to get to our 2-minute, and we're not going to have a whole lot of time. We may have to cut this one short. You have to score in a minute, Coach.
Minute and a half.
Would you rather play? We had this debate on the air this week as we were talking about one of the games that was being played in Central Arkansas this week. Would you rather play in 32 degrees or 100 degrees?
32.
It's wild to me. If you could meet somebody besides Tom Brady, who would it be?
Peyton Manning.
Okay. How about a non-quarterback?
I mean, I would like to meet.
Ray Lewis is in town tomorrow. You can meet him.
Ray Lewis would be great to meet. Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, that's good.
Those guys. I mean, those are.
I really was very lazy today, Coach, until I came here. What's your favorite lazy activity? Are you a TV guy? You like to read when you get time? You like to mess around on your phone? What do you do when you're lazy?
I probably surf my phone more than I watch TV, but probably a TV show or Sports Center or something.
This is going to be your last question. I want these guys to listen up. I don't know if they're an option. If you had to switch bodies with somebody on your team for a week, who would it be?
It might be those two over there. Actually, it wouldn't be. They're a little too short for me.
Oh, boy. Wow.
I can tell you a couple that wouldn't be on our team.
Okay. Who would you switch with?
Man, let's see here. Let me think.
Who's the Adonis? Who's the guy that just looks the part?
Tamarian Wilson.
Okay. He does. All right. I'll go with that.
I don't know if I could deal with the long hair, though. It'd itch or something,
All right. Real quick overview, Coach. Again, Lindenwood 48-3 to Kansas. Understandable. Outrushed 331-75. Their quarterback, Nate Glantz, 18-31 threw one pick, had 127 yards. And they ran for 90 yards. They got a pretty good tight end. Actually, their backup tight end was the guy that led them with 4 catches. Picked 8 out of 9 in the OBC. Came in here a couple years ago, shocked us. And this was the ultimate back-and-forth game. 7-0, 7-7, 14-7, 14-14. All the way till we got to 52-49 was the final.
There was over 1,200 yards offense in that game. Just couldn't get a beat. They made some spectacular plays that night. Very well-coached team. Have a lot of respect for their head coach. He's been there for, I think, 9 years, 8 years maybe.
Yep.
Somewhere in that range. They're well coached. I mean, they're going to be big. That's kind of the part of the country where they start getting big and physical. We're going to have to play good football. I talked to our team about that. If we don't play good football on Saturday, we'll be in for a dogfight. Hopefully, we respond in the appropriate way. Turn the page from last week, and let's go get a win and get paid this week.
Last time against the McIlvain, 5 touchdowns, no picks, 341. Hale, 19 for 170 and a touchdown.
I'll take it.
In a loss.
I'll take it.
Yeah, defense will maybe perform a little bit better. They won't be giving up 52, hopefully.
Coach Stacks ain't having that.
No, absolutely not. All right, that is Nathan Brown. Appreciate Todd Pierce back in the studio. We'll join you again next Monday, but tune in 6 o'clock kickoff, 5 o'clock pregame. Bears, Lions in St. Charles, Missouri on Saturday on the UCA Radio Network. Good night, everybody.
The Nathan Brown Show has been presented live from Walk-On Sports Bistro in Conway and brought to you in part by Moike's RV, Slim Chickens, First Arkansas Bank and Trust, Nuke's Eatery, HD Roofing and Construction, Highland Dairy, Conway Regional, Oaklawn Hot Springs, and Papa John's.